For a while, I've had this Maxpedition Falcon 2 pack that I've been carting around with me all through the woods and everything when I'm doing my videos here for my YouTube channel, Survival Showcase. And I've never really gotten into what all I keep in the pack, so today I kind of wanted to touch on that. I've got the bottom loosened off, but in the bottom here, we'll start off with that because it kind of lets me set my stuff out on it. I've got a tarp folded up with some cami in there. And that camo netting is folded up in the tarp. And what that allows me to do is if I build a shelter, say a small shelter, well, it doesn't have to be just for shelter. It could be a blind for hunting coyotes or turkeys or something like that. And that camo I can put up in the front to kind of conceal my movements with inside of it. And it'll work great that way. I'm going to try it out this spring when I do some turkey hunting. So I'll set it up and I'll do a little short video of it all for you guys to watch. So I'll get this camo out of the way. We'll open this up, and that way I can, actually that's probably good enough. I just need it so I can set my stuff on it without getting all wet. So first of all, the outside of the pack. On this side, I've got my Leatherman sheath, and that is where I keep my Leatherman rebar. I have a leather sheath too that I wear virtually every day on me around the shop and everything, and that is one useful little tool. I've done tons of stuff from just pulling staples to cutting hard pieces of metal wiring, all sorts of stuff. That's a great tool, and I did do a short review a ways back, and you can see that on the site too. I've got a carabiner here on the outside. It is a climbing strength carabiner. I bought it because I figured, why the heck would I want something that's going to bend if I ever wanted to climb with it? So I've got that on there. You can use it for other things other than climbing. If you wanted to hang this bag out of the way or get something up off the ground or lift a rifle up or something, it'd be great for that. You can just click on and haul up whatever you're hauling up and have it be nice and safe. I've got my trusty knife on this side. I'm a big fan of the buck knives, and ever since they came out, with especially this one here, the Thug. It is a great little tool. I've used this one over and over. As you can see, there's a lot of wear on it, and I use the heck out of this thing. It is awesome. I've batoned with it. I've done started for my fire drill before I'd start the pre-hole. I've drilled it with this, and it worked really great. I've done a small review on it. I'll probably do some more. I'll get some more in depth on it as we go. In this pouch, I would usually carry a sharpening stone, which is not in there right now. But that's what I would carry in there, is my Leatherman sharpening stone. And that's basically just for field use. If I get a nick in a blade out in the field, well, I can repair it with that. And that's all it is for, is just to repair. It's not to finish off a blade and make it look nice or anything. It's just to take out a rough spot on a blade and make it usable again. So that's what I keep in there. Now you notice what else I've done to the outside, all these straps and everything. I've taken just black electrical tape, rolled up the straps to the size that I want them at, and then I've taped them on there. And that's so that these guys don't drag across the ground. Now obviously these ones are long because I roll up my tarp and I store it down below. Let it hang off the bottom, which is a great spot for that. I've done it everywhere around there, even on these side ones, just to tie up the loose ends. We get into the first pouch on the back here at the top. And this is a pretty important one. This is where I carry my first aid kit. So I've got my first aid kit there, and it's a 1 to 2 person. I've modified it. You can see a video on it as well on my channel, and it's a great little kit. I've got some extra stuff in there that I think I wanted to add to it. If anybody had any other ideas, please just write in the comments, something that you keep in there, keep me up to date, that'd be great. And that's what that pouch there is for. I'd like to get a little first aid symbol for the outside and keep on there, because that would be great to identify that I've got that with me, because in case somebody else needed it. Get back into this other pouch. There's the missing pocket stone right there. That goes on inside my knife pouch. That's where it's going to go. I have the electrical tape, so I have extra stuff in case I wanted to make any compartment bigger. I could take that electrical tape off and then retape it with this. Multiple other uses. You could tie up slings, you could put splints on and keep them in place with it. All sorts of uses for electrical tape. I've got my USA made Buck 285 in camo. That's just a nice little field knife that I have. You could dress game with that really easily. It's kind of the backup knife to my larger Buck that I have. It's a good solid knife. I really like it. It's nice and sharp, does the job. You notice I use Ziploc bags for things. I've got some rope in here, and this is just thin cord. This stuff is actually supposed to be a lot stronger than paracord, though unfortunately you can't strip it down and pull strands out of it like you can paracord, so there's maybe a little more uses for the 550 cord. I believe this is called Technicord, so if you're looking for it, I've got it pinned on my Pinterest site as well. I've got a ton of stuff in there. If you're looking for anything, it's all over that board. There's tons of stuff. Spare batteries, just in a little pack. Those are some extra batteries that I have. I just keep them in there for flashlights. This little pen looking thing with a bolt handle on it that's kind of neat. That's a flare / bear banger dispenser. And basically what you do is you screw the bear banger into the end and you just lock that back out of the way, and when you're ready to go, you pull it over all the way and you let it go. It's got a little center fire pin on there. It snaps off a little primer cap, sends off the banger or the flare, and then a little charge detonates once it goes so far, and it either goes boom or it bursts out into a large flare light. That is a useful little tool for signaling or chasing away something. One of my favorite things, the SAS Survival Guide. I've got that in my pack. I keep it in there. This is a little gem. It's called the Gem version, Collins Gem. And I keep it in a Ziploc just to keep it dry, so in case any water gets in there, it doesn't damage the book. Lots of useful information there. Anybody that doesn't have one, I suggest you get one. Dog spray could be used for other things, but that is a dog spray with a little pocket clip on there. I keep it in there too. It's a deterrent. You just push that over to the side, pull down, and spray at the dog that is bothering you. That's it for that pouch and the top pouch. So we'll get into the main compartments of this bag. Undo these side clips. It's got a lot of clips on here that really keep this bag cinched up when you're walking around. So I've got some binos in there. So the small pair of binoculars is a Bushnell waterproofs, H2Os. They're a great useful little set. They're a 10 by 25, so a 10 times magnification with 25 millimeter objective barrels on the end. Set of earplugs because I do some shooting from time to time. It's good to have them. Here are my flares and bear bangers in here, and some matches and band-aids in the front pouch. But that's a flare, this big orange one. So actually, the big orange one is a bear banger. This is the flare. So there's a lot of explosive in there. It's quite a sound when it goes off. It's pretty neat. And then there's the flare. Lights up really bright. You can see that forever at nighttime. So I just keep them in this little pouch to kind of keep things together. I've also got waterproof matches and some band-aids in this little front pocket, just an extra place where I could store stuff, so I threw some stuff in there that I thought I might need. Handy to have. A couple orange chem lights. Useful for different situations. This is something that I've been debating about keeping or not. I've got dry tinder in baby food jars that are taped together. Now I've got real fine shavings in the bottom, and I've got little sticks here. I think they're a good idea, and I've also got cotton gauze in the top of each one to keep them in place, which I can also soak in Vaseline, which if you watch my video on the first aid kit, I've got a little tub of that in that kit actually, so that's a neat thing. Space blanket, of course we all know what those are for, keep them warm or signaling. Deck of cards. orange tape, marking tape, when you're hunting or if you just want to signal. Bug spray. Sometimes the bugs get really bad. I have various Right in the Rain notepads, 3 of those. Bic lighter, you can always use that. So I've got multiple ways of starting fire here. I've got a couple more, I believe. There's a roll of duct tape on an old card. There are some water purification tablets. Yet another fire starting method. Bear Grylls Gerber Ferricium rod. Great stuff. It's also got some little survival tips on the outside of it. Extra tack tie. And what those are for, that's for securing other pieces of equipment to this MOLLE system. If you don't have enough stuff to secure it on there, or you don't feel it's tight enough, you can use these tack ties in there by Maxpedition as well. You can get them for the packs and any of the accessories. It'll help secure it right onto your bag. In the main compartment, a couple little things of Jack Link's beef jerky, high in protein. I've got a GSI container that will fit my 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. The Nalgene bottle sits right in there. This sits on it, so it takes up less space. The handles all fold in, so that's a neat little item to have. I don't have my bottle with me today, but I usually do. I've got another smaller Nalgene bottle that I've put some like granola bars and soup mixes and stuff like that I've packed in there. So I've got a good source of extra food in this pack. And I've also got my handy dandy HS folding saw. That's a great little folding saw. It's a hunting one, so it actually comes with a boning blade as well. Useful little tool. We've got the hatchet in there, and that is pretty much it for today. The only thing I'm really missing that I usually keep in there is my 32-ounce Nalgene bottle filled with water. I just didn't have it in there today. It's getting washed, so it's not there. But that is what Survival Showcase keeps in his bug out bag / bag that he goes to the woods with, carry around bag type deal. So there you have it. Questions, comments, throw them down. I'll answer them as best I can. Have fun for now, guys. Thanks a lot.